Assalamu alaikum. You guys must be wondering that why I am holding this book in this manner, in this awkward manner. Well, I blame the person behind the camera who is making me holding this book in this way. Anyway, I'm just gonna put these things here because my hands are aching. Anyway, these are the books that I have bought for myself as a gift of Eid in 2024. So let me introduce you with these books, and the first book is Chintar Musibot Talal Asader Batchit. So this is a book published by Kotha Prakash Publication. So this book is interesting, and it is about Talal Asad, who is a famous archaeologist, and I am into interdisciplinary studies, so I need to know, or I had this curiosity to know the legend or the intellectual of that field. So this is the compilation of some really famous interviews of Talal Asad. So I will be able to know more about him or his ideas in his field. So this is the first book, and the second book is Kaptai Bath Bor Porong Tuburider Attokothon. So this is an interesting book about the indigenous people of Chittagong Hill Tract who suffered for the Kaptai Bath, or this dam that allowed us to improve in economic sense but damage their lives, or the life of the people or the local people. So the cover of this book is really interesting. You can see, if you look closely, that there is no head of this person. So I was intrigued that what was the life of these people who had suffered for this dam, or the Kaptai Dam. So these stories are not in the highlight for many reasons. So I will be able to know more about them. So I bought this, and it is published by UPL Publication. And there is Talash by Shahin Akhtar. As far as I know, there is also an English translation of this book. It's in my syllabus, so I had to bought it. It is about uh, liberation war. So I have some keen interest. You already know about liberation war, so I bought this book to know more about it. So it's a search. If I translate the Talash into English, then it's a search of the people who are forgotten, or the forgotten heroes, or the people who contributed to the liberation war. So in that sense, I felt that I need to read this book, and I will be sharing my views on this book after I read this thing. So then there is Bangla Bhashar Upanibesayon O Rabindranath. So if I roughly translate this, then the colonial impact in Bangla language and Rabindranath. So I have keen interest on post-colonialism, and it's a really wide array of ideas. So after reading this book, I might be able to have some sufficient knowledge about how the colonialism has impacted the Bengali language, and in this way I will satisfy my thirst for post-colonialism. And it is written by Muhammad Azam. As far as I know, it was his PhD thesis, and the book, you can see, is really quite big, I guess, and the cover is also really good. It cost me 840 taka. So I know that there are lots of information injected in this book. So after reading this book, I will be able to uh, satisfy my knowledge. And uh, these books, I have bought these books 2 months ago for Eid ul Fitr, and the first four books that I have shown you, these books, these are bought recently. Okay, so there you can see Chintar Orchestra. It is about five famous intellectuals who's sharing their thoughts with the interviewer. So I will be able to know, as far as I know myself, that I'm really interested in these analytical thinking parts. So it will enrich my understanding of the world from different point of views, different theories, etc. And as I have already mentioned, that I have keen interest on Bangladesh's independent war in 1971. So this is a book which is probably translated from English to Bangla. It is written by Rauf Aman Ali Khan, who was a prominent figure in Pakistani army, as far as I know. So he's writing, or he wrote about the birth of Bangladesh, and I believe that it will help me to know the independent war or the liberation war from a perspective which is not our own. And there is Prodoshe Prakrito Jon, which is quite hard, I guess. It talks about a time or a story of ancient time, Okay, so the cover is really good, and I know that this is one of the best book of Bangla literature. Although I'm not widely read in Bangla literature, so I need to nourish myself with these Bangla books. So I bought it, and there is a Surrender at Dhaka, Birth of a Nation, which is written by Lieutenant General J.F.R. Jacob. So from his perspective, he was a person or army personnel from Indian Army. So after reading this book, I will be able to know the Indian perspective, or the Indian Army's perspective of the Liberation War in 1971. And there is Asif Nozrul's PhD Golpo. You already may have seen or watched that video. You can get it in the channel and also in the page. So this is about a story of one's PhD, and I mean the author's PhD's journey. So all these books I have bought for my Eid celebration, and I have to give myself gifts. I appreciate that you buy clothes and other things, but also I will encourage you all to buy books and celebrate these books, so that people will be able to build a society that love book, and make a really healthy society around ourselves. So thank you everyone for staying with me and watching this video. Please comment and share if you like it. Allah Hafiz. Salam alaikum.